Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take a look at the S mint mark, its disappearance and its reappearance, and kind of all things related to the S mint mark, or what I'd like to call what the H with the S coins. So here's a little background, actually. This is a penny book that would belong to my grandfather. And, of course, back in his time, they didn't have the internet, so they didn't know about mintage values or anything like that. And so in his pre-printed book, there was a space for the 55S. And so when 56 came along, he figured there was going to be a 56S. So somebody wrote in 56S. Well, there is no such thing. So we can be fooled. Some people might have thought that S coins just go on and on and on, but they don't. They kind of came and went. So here's a little background. Up until 1964, most proof coins that were made were minted in Philadelphia. And I've got an example here. Actually, I've got a couple examples. Here's a fifth set from 59, and you can see that there's no mint mark on the penny. And then here's a 64 proof set. You can see minted in Philadelphia, and also no mint mark. So that was the last year of the proof set. When they stopped making that, they had to come up with something to appease collectors, and so they came up with the special mint set. They did that from 65 to 67. This is a 67 example. So there were no mint marks at all from 65 to 67. And then in 1968, the proof set resumed, and the S mint mark came back. And you can see it there. It also came back in the circulation strike or the business strike coins. Back to our little history lesson here. S minted coins were only business strike or circulation strike up until 1955. And there's a little asterisk there because there was a little shenanigans with the nickel in 1955. There was really no true S nickel. There was a D over S, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So they stopped making the S coins in 55, at least on the pennies and dimes and all. And then again, or actually 54 was dimes. But anyway, then they resumed from 68 to 74, at least in the pennies and the half dollars, with S on the business strike coins. And on nickels, from 68 to 1970, they had S coins, and then they stopped it. And then dimes and quarters, they never resumed. So actually, 4 was the last year for quarters and nickels. So, as I mentioned, 1955 S, the only way it's available is a D over S, and that's an error coin. So here are some examples. This is the 1968, and these are mint sets now. And you can see that in 1968, they had the Philadelphia and the Denver minted coins. And you can see the D there on the penny. And then they do have the S and the no mint mark in Philadelphia, so that is cool for 1968. What's interesting, though, is there is no 1968P. There's only a 1968S or a D nickel, but that's kind of an anomaly. In 1974, this was the last year of the business strike appearance of the S, and so there's the D, and then there's the S and the no mint mark penny. So again, that'll be the last appearance of the S in the circulation strike. And then in 1975, in the mint set, only 2 pennies. They don't have the S mint mark penny, so only the D and the no mint mark. So there's a little tour through those. So the only way to get an S mint mark after 1974 is to get it in a proof set. And so here's a 1975 proof set, and you can see the S mint mark on the penny and on the nickel. So that's the only way, like I say, to get them. Some other little factoids about mint marks and whatnot. For plain date or the P nickels and half dollars, they didn't resume until 1971. So from 68 to 70, there were no P coins or no mint mark coins. So that's kind of interesting. And in your travels, you may encounter other mint marks. The W stands for West Point. You'll see that on American Eagle coins, the Silver Eagle and the Gold Eagles. CC is Carson City. You'd see that on some older silver dollars. Same with New Orleans. You can see that on older silver dollars or barber dimes and things like that. So other little facts about the S mint mark. There was only 2 instances where the S mintage was the highest among all the 3 major mints. So for the nickels, 1968 S, there were more of those than the D minted. And then in 1955 S, the dimes had more minted than the D. So that's a little factoid for you in case you're ever playing a trivia game. So, and the other thing is that the other appearance in Business Strike coins is the Susan B. Anthony dollar. In 1979 to 81, the Susan B. Anthony coins had an S mint mark and circulation strike. So anyway, hopefully this helped to demystify the S mint mark for some of you guys who might have had questions. Debbie from New Mexico. Anyway, thanks so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense. Please subscribe if you have not already. Please hit that like button and leave me some comments. Really appreciate that. And until next time, bye-bye.